All right, Chris, you got me on time?
Yep, I'm gonna record. Have a new place for it to record, so we'll record this time.
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1. That's right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted #1 by all of our friends and family. We are the podcast for adults who like to laugh at adulting. Please connect with us. All of our links are in the show notes, the episode description. It's that link tree thing at the bottom. And if you listen to us on Apple, please give us a 5-star review. We love reviews. We love comments. And just, tell Mary she's pretty. We love that too.
Yep.
My name is Scott. I am the host, and with me, as always, my co-host, the queen of the sunrail, Mary, and the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I feel like that's 18 different movies.
I should have said that like 10 minutes ago too.
Also, just your life, right? Like, I feel like that's
true.
very relevant.
For the record, I was quoting Star Wars Episode 1 through 9.
Okay,
I've got a bad feeling about this.
It's a great Han Solo impression, Scott.
Oh, I was going with C-3PO.
Oh God, I can't.
We're doomed. Speaking of doomed, I had to do something that most adults would find very basic today, and I hyperventilated. They had to give me a paper bag to breathe in. I went grocery shopping by myself today.
Oh, you texted me about this. How did it go? I'm proud of you, though. You made it out. You're alive.
A lot of anxiety. So if you're a new listener and you haven't heard anything, I'm surviving. If you haven't heard anything before, I hate grocery shopping. It gives me anxiety, and I grocery shop at 7-Eleven. So
That's true.
Yeah, I needed to get two things. I needed to get stevia for Rachel because she likes to use that, liquid.
Oh, did they change the spelling on that? It's STIVIA now, stevia.
Stevia.
Whatever. It's the hippie shit.
You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable, Scott. Jesus.
It's the damn organic hippie sugar that she uses.
Oh,
Put some damn respect on the name, Scott. Jesus.
So I make her coffee every morning. So I knew that she is like almost out. So I'm like, okay, I've got to go get that today. And then I need to get cheap kitty litter because that's what we put in the ashtray on the patio. 2 items.
I'm going to pause you right there. Why
Please
do you put kitty litter in the ashtray?
So that it doesn't smell. It holds in the scent. I don't know. This is a Rachel thing. I just do as I'm told.
Okay, I've just that's fine. That's an acceptable answer. I was just asking. Continue on, my wayward son.
You've seen our ashtray.
Wayward son.
That's the first time ever that a cigarette smoker has ever cared about the smell of cigarettes.
Yeah, I think so.
We don't have a typical ashtray like the glass ashtray with a little bit. It's like a little pot.
No, you do have a pot.
Yeah, it's like a flower pot, like a.
But you have multiple pots. I feel like.
No, we just have the one. Have the one,
and it's like a flower pot because it is a flower pot. It's a flower pot.
Yeah, it's a flower pot. It's a flower pot. Some would call it a flower pot. Most would call it a flower pot.
So
our merch is coming soon, Scott. We've got to brand this.
Oh yeah, there you go. The
No New Friends official cigarette ashtrays.
We'll get to that later, Chris. Don't let me forget to plug that stuff later. So
you'll never forget a shameless plug. Are you kidding me? Nobody needs to remind you of that.
I know. I did so much adulting. I'll get to that in a second. So as I'm going through as I'm telling Rachel this morning, hey, I'm gonna go to Publix. I need to get you some stevia and also some cheap kitty litter. She's like, oh, great. While you're there, do you want to get one of those?
You really know how to get a girl juiced up. Jesus, Scott. Like, what?
She's like, great. While you're there, why don't you get one of those like bagged, those bag meals that you like throw in the oven and it's good to go in like 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, whoa, like I've got 2 items on the list. I think that's all I can handle. So I get to Publix and I've had a big day today. We have another property that we have tenants. So I deposited their rent check today. And then I canceled my current auto insurance because I just switched to Farmers.
I cannot.
And if you're in the state of Florida or the Orlando area and you're looking for car or home insurance, give my boy Steve Crutchfield a shout. That's S Crutchfield at farmersagent.com. Anyway, so I go to Publix and I'm very proud of myself because I'm like, okay, I think I've remembered what I need. I need the stevia, the kitty litter, and these bagged meals. No problem. 3 things. And then I'm like, well, wait a second. Rachel also needs some coconut milk, so I'll get her some of that. So I'm building this list in my head. First item, stevia. I'm in the coffee section.
Oh,
Common
you text me about this.
common sense would say that sweeteners are with the coffee. Sweeteners are not with the coffee. Okay.
It's with the baking stuff.
Yeah,
It's
why would
with the
you only
baking
sweeten
stuff.
coffee? That's racist against all other beverages and foods, Scott. You think sweeteners are only used for coffee?
I only use sweeteners for coffee. They had the creamer there. I mean, people use
What,
cream
you
and
only
other
eat,
stuff.
you don't eat sweet baked goods. You only eat bread.
I do, but I don't use stevia when I'm baking a cake. I don't use.
That's what you think.
I don't use little packets of Splenda. I use the big sugar, like the big things. So the
Oh,
big
so it has
things.
to be big. It can't be a small packet.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Correct.
You're- wow.
Size
Sizes.
matters. Size matters
Sizes.
when it comes to.
okay. Well, I'm
setting up the
5'2", and
grocery
I want to
store.
know what your stance is on this. Size matters, huh?
Hmm.
Anyways, continue about Publix.
So I'm thinking to myself, if it's small and the single serving things, it should be with the coffee because that's the natural place. The coffees and the teas are all together. It makes no sense to have single use packets of
Yeah,
sweetener.
why would
in
they
the
put
baking
the sweetener
section.
next to the other sweeteners? That makes sense. Yes, I get you.
Scott, who hurt you? Who hurt you at the grocery store?
Yeah, like why?
The
Why
whole
are you?
experience.
Did
the whole
somebody not
experience.
greet you at the front door?
So
Is that what happened?
so long story short, I get and I took a
There's
picture
an
and I
app, Scott. It will tell you what aisle it is on.
I don't know these things. Come on. So long story short, I sent you
Long
guys the
story
picture.
long. We've been talking about a
Well, because you
sweetener.
keep interrupting me. So I sent you guys a picture of what was in my cart. There was maybe what 5-6 items.
Yeah, you could use a basket. I was very confused by the card.
Yeah,
Could've
but he's
used the
lazy. It's
basket.
okay.
It took me 45 minutes to get those little items that were in. It took me 45 minutes to do what my wife can do in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's not the first time you've said that.
I know.
Oh.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Scott, you were using a shopping cart. I would like to know, what are all of your shopping cart etiquette?
Well, I don't know. I typically don't grocery shop, but I always
What do
stay
you
on the
mean by
right side.
shopping skirt? What? I'm confused.
So first of all, you guys,
Like-
do you guys drive your shopping cart like you drive a car? Like you stay in the right lane? right?
Yeah.
I stay on the right. Yep.
Okay.
absolutely.
So you guys are better than 75% of the people at my shopping,
Correct.
at my supermarket. Now, when you take your shopping cart to the car,
Mhm.
and unload your groceries, what do you do with the cart?
Return it always.
Okay.
Yeah, I either return it to the front or I put it in the cart return. We always
Okay.
park by a cart return.
So what I do is I always park near a curb with some mulch. So once everything is
You scum.
taken out of my cart, I take my foot, pop a sick wheelie with the cart onto the curb, and just leave it there. Because you know what? I'm more courteous than you guys, because now whoever parks in that parking spot when I leaves has their own personal cart to take off the mulch that
yeah,
graciously
Chris, if
put
they
there
want
for
your COVID,
Yeah, nobody uses the
Well, no, I
carts
leave
that
a
are in the
note
parking
saying
Yeah.
that I'm
lot.
vaccinated. I
no,
leave a
nobody
note.
knows that though, and they don't trust you.
Oh, I always.
But we live in Florida though, so everybody trusts everything, and there's no COVID here.
I don't
so.
even want it. Don't even get
I
me because
know.
I'm to the point, Mary. Remember election season last year where I went nuts
Oh,
on
are you
Facebook?
going?
I'm close. I'm very,
Oh,
very close, and
don't do it.
I would rather push the podcast than alienate people with my my beliefs on what's
Oh,
going
I was
on in the
just
state of
being
Florida right now.
silly, guys. I'm sorry.
So we're not gonna
I
we'll
was
stay away
being
from that.
silly.
So shopping
Listen.
carts. So
Yeah. So here's the thing. So shopping carts, I can't do that whole like pop a sweet wheelie and like put it in the mulch because I shop at Publix, and when I'm with the kids, we get the ones that look like a racing car in the
Oh, you
back.
got the racing car? Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, you can't pop a sweet wheelie in that bad boy. You
No,
just can't.
Well, you can if you
gotta
try
return
hard
that.
enough. You can if you try hard
Also,
enough.
I'm trying to like, I don't know, be a model citizen for my youth and show them that like I should put the cart back too.
Well, I
don't know.
also didn't mention that this is at Aldi, and I leave my little quarter in there. I don't even return
Oh,
for the
you're
quarter.
giving back.
I'm also
You are
allowing
giving back to the community.
I am also creating entrepreneurs because there are some homeless people in the area that instead of just begging for money, they go to Aldi and they return shopping carts for quarters, which I think is great.
So this
because-
is a
Brilliant.
charitable donation.
so I write it off every time. Every time I leave a shopping cart, it's a 25-cent business write off.
Smart.
Gotcha.
Very
Well,
smart.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
I also, since I'm 5'5" and get away with this, I also go around the supermarket occasionally, pushing it like a skateboard. And I just hop on the back down the aisles. You get to things way faster. It's way more fun shopping. And when you're a legal midget, it's fine. Like
But you're
like
not a
people-
legal midget.
by the time I'm 60 or 70, I will be. So I'm just preparing
that's
for,
true.
I'm just
Preparing for the
preparing for
future.
that. Yeah. I think
get
I'm already
it.
shrinking now and I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, so it doesn't look as strange. And when I get in the cart, my mom pushes me around. It's not weird either. So
That's nice. I wish
Yeah.
somebody would push me around
Yeah.
in a cart.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean, I'll
have
push you
that.
around, but not in the cart.
Wait a minute. That sounds real like that sounds real mean.
Well, sometimes you walk slow, so I gotta push you along.
I don't walk slow. I always walk with a purpose.
So Scott, is this fear of, or anxiety rather, of shopping at the supermarket, is this something that, like, if you go to, well, I would say go to Home Depot, but I don't even know if you know what a Home Depot is. So is this
No,
something that when you
his
go
workers go there.
right. So is this something like, did you just have shopping anxiety?
One, I hate the grocery store. It takes
Okay.
too much time out of my day. I don't like to spend any time in there. If I'm to go to the grocery store, I have a small list in my head of specific items that I need, and I'm in, and I'm out. I don't want to have to go up and down the aisle, which I had to do today because I created this list in my head because I'm just trying to be helpful and I'm trying to make my wife proud because I'm not working and I feel like a big loser. There's a lot of psychological problems going
Yeah,
on here. But
let's unpack that for a few minutes.
Don't want
Scott.
to.
Let's,
Don't want to.
okay.
I could tell when you said that you told Rachel you were going to the store. I could tell it was like, hey, I'm going to do something, and then just totally backfired on you right away. Like, oh, if you're headed that way, I got a nice little list for you.
Well, but I do that from time to time, and it's more of like a rhetorical question where I'll be going to Publix because it's right by my house to get a Diet Coke. Okay, I go in to the deli, get myself a nice fountain Diet Coke, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to Publix. Do you need me to pick up anything? Hoping to
Right.
God that she says, no, we're good.
You stop at a grocery store to get Diet Coke?
Yeah,
Sometimes,
that's what I don't
sometimes.
understand
Yeah,
that. And I know that it's close. Like I know the proximity, but I still don't understand it. You have a soda stream at home.
I
Why
do
are
have
you
a
doing this?
Wait, and
do
for
have-
somebody
This is,
who
you
hates
are the
grocery
epitome
store-
of privilege. What are you doing?
For somebody who hates the grocery store, I'm just gonna stop in for a Coke. You can stop in at a 7-Eleven for a Coke or a Wawa.
Chris, when you
Or
come down here,
McDonald's.
you'll understand the
don't-
proximity.
It is very close, but still, like if you have a soda stream, why are you doing this?
because the soda stream is surprisingly adequate for when I'm between Diet Cokes, but sometimes like I only get one Diet Coke a day. And
Okay, so
then-
the soda stream is your side chick.
exactly. The soda stream is my side chick.
All right, I got it.
So I don't know where I was going with this, but I guess really that's it for Publix. The segment's gonna have a lot of editing.
I don't know. What? Okay, I think there was a point somewhere behind this telling us that you had to go to Publix and you hated it.
I did, but I accomplished so much today, like big gold star for me. So I'm going down the mayonnaise aisle, and I know
Ew,
that
nope, stop. We're all done.
I love how you call it a mayonnaise aisle.
Why is it a whole?
Okay,
I have to.
I went down the
guys,
condiment
actually, I'm
aisle.
all done. This was the No New Groans podcast, and
I was
I'm
going down the
signing off.
condiment aisle, and I
Ugh,
knew
what
that
the what aisle?
condiment, and I knew that one of the condiments that we had at our house was low on the condiment that goes inside the jar. So I'm texting Rachel. I'm like, hey, do we have a backup of this particular condiment? And she's like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, okay, which kind do we usually get? Because there's a billion. There's
Yes, there
organic.
is.
There's the one with oil. There's light. There's fat-free. There's
Avocado oil.
There's avocado oil. Like, I don't
Just don't
know
buy it.
what to
Scott,
get.
Just don't buy it.
I didn't.
Just don't
I
get
didn't.
it.
I said I can't. I can't make this decision because no matter what I do, I'm going to be wrong. Just the kitty litter alone. I know we get Publix brand, but I wasn't sure. Do we get scented or unscented? I don't know
Oh
what
my
to do.
gosh.
Like every item, I'm texting.
Is it
Rachel.
really that difficult? I
Yes.
guess maybe I don't know because I just do it.
Here's the
So I
deeper
don't-
issue, right? But you don't have anybody to quote unquote answer to, and I'm not what I'm about to say, I don't want Rachel to come off as this like she's not like that at all. But there psychologically, if you want to really break down some walls here, I have a big time fear of making decisions. Not in the workplace. Workplace, I'm fantastic. In my personal life,
What?
I did encourage 2 places to hire you, so a little questionable. Anyway, my decision, I'm making decisions at home gives me a lot of anxiety because I don't want to be wrong in the decision. I don't want to make a decision that could upset anybody. So I just avoid making decisions.
So in short,
Sounds
can
good. That
close a
sounds like a
business
really
deal.
healthy way to address that. Yeah.
but when it comes to mayo,
Oh, why? No.
Yeah, couldn't make the decision, so didn't get any. She'll have
Good.
to do it on
No,
her grocery
I support that
shopping trip tomorrow.
decision. I support the non-mayo decision.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast. We'll be right back. Okay, cool. So in the next the rejoin for the next segment, I'm going to talk about the Apple again, and then I want to do the Patreon Appreciation Day because I don't think I talked about that in segment 1.
no.
And I definitely did not talk about that in the last episode. I had to edit it into the intro. But cool. All right, Facebook, if you're watching us, don't forget, if you'd like to see full episodes, just hop on to Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/No New Friends podcast, and just join any one of the tiers to do Patreon Appreciation Day, or if you'd like to do what Jared does and you're here every single week, that's our top tier. Jared is the top dog Patreon because he is in the top tier. We're going to be having some cool merchandise coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And Chris, did I forget anything?
No, man, that was you didn't do the Orlando Weekly.
That's because it's
too
done.
late.
Thank
But
God.
also he finally realized how to say it, so it's too
I
late.
know.
I know.
That's why I thought
the
you might
last
just want
time.
to say it just because you could say it now.
Yeah.
No,
Because you learned how.
I know, right? All right. Facebook, thank you very much. You're watching the No New Friends podcast. We'll see you next time.
Okay,
Later,
bye.
All right, we are out. Everything's muted.
No
Not
tickets
as many
got married
viewers
on
live.
Mayo.
No, it was weird.